Happy Wednesday and welcome to our lovely flashcard time with our fancy fabulous microphone. So I have my flashcards here and I'm going to hold the microphone up to you so I can make sure you're saying our phonics friends nice and loud. So here we go. O. Ah, O. Ch. Ch. A. Ooh. A. E. Free sounds. Y, E, I. One more time. Y, E, I. Sh. U. Ooh. U, ooh. I. E. W. A. O. Last one. One more time. Awesome job, Super Scholars, saying those nice and loud. Are you ready for reading? Hello, awesome people, and welcome to reading for this fabulous Wednesday. We are going to keep going with our awesome syllable skill that we use to decode. But first up in reading, of course, what do? We speed decode, so I have 5 words for us to speed decode and practice our phonics patterns that we have been working on. So let's get to work. First up, what do you see? How can we decode this word? We can look at the vowel with the NG, and together this says ing. So the word is king, king. Good job. Remember, we don't want to say this G sound very harsh. It's just ing. Okay, next up. Ooh, what do you see? We know all about this letter. A Y. What sound is Y going to make? What clue do you see? There's another vowel, so if the Y is at the end of the word with another vowel, what sound does it say? E. So let's read the word. Tiny, tiny. Good job. And look, this I says it's named I-ni, and we're going to review exactly why this I says its name today. But let's keep going with this word. Ooh, what do you see at the end? We know this pattern. Oh, L is the only thing that makes a sound. And if we see our double letters, we're only going to say that sound once. So knowing this knowledge, let's read the word. Jiggle, jiggle. If something's moving around, you can say it jiggles. And this word, ta-da, what do you see? We see a Y at the beginning of the word, and Y at the start of the word says what sound? It's consonant sound. And we've talked about this a few times. C and K together, just say the k sound. So can we read this word? Yuck. Yuck. Like if you don't like something, yuck. Okay, last word. What do you see? What clue can we use to decode? We see an NG and it has a vowel. So let's first decode vowel NG. This says ang. Ang. So the word is hang. Hang. Good job using your decoding skills for that 5-word warm-up. So let's check out, of course, next, our brand new learning target for Wednesday. It says, I can decode words with both open and closed syllables. So yesterday, we were reviewing the concept of syllables in a word, and we were working with just what we call closed syllables. Today, we're going to learn to tell the difference between those closed syllables and when there is an open syllable. That is totally going to change how we read the vowel sound. And we already know about closed-in vowels. What do we know about closed-in vowels? When a vowel is closed in, it says what? It's short sound. Those short vowel sounds are a, and Whenever that vowel is snuggled up in a syllable, we know to read the vowel with the short sound. And we were finding closed-in syllables in words by learning where to divide those words into the correct syllables. We learned another clue about when to divide words into syllables. For example, with this word, friend, what was our clue? Where can we look in this word where we know we can divide the word into syllables? What was our clue? We're looking for two things that are next to each other. Two what? Two consonants. If two consonants are right next to each other in a word, we can divide it right in between those two consonants and create a word with two separate syllables. So we have two F's in this word. Those are our two consonants, and we divided right in between the two F's. So in our first syllable, we have a U as our vowel, and in our second syllable, we have an I as our vowel. As we can see, in both syllables, those vowels are closed in, and they're snuggled up, so therefore they're going to say their short sound. So let's decode this word together that we broke up into syllables. So first one, muff, and then thin. We said the short sound for and it. So now let's read the whole word. Muffin, a muffin. We were able to read this word because of dividing it into syllables. We knew that both vowels were closed in and would say their short sound. But super scholars, what if there aren't two consonants next to each other in a word? Not every word is going to have two consonants for us to divide between. What about if we came to a word like this? The consonants aren't next to each other. So how do we know to divide this word into syllables? Our next trick for dividing words into syllables is, if there aren't two consonants next to each other, we can divide a word into syllables right after the first vowel. So that is another clue into dividing into syllables. We can divide a word right after the first vowel. O is the first vowel in this word. So I can divide this word right after I see that first vowel. And now look, I got two syllables. I have one vowel in the first one and one vowel in the second syllable as well. The U in the second syllable, look, it's closed in, it's all snuggled, so we know this vowel will say its short sound. But what about this O? This O isn't snuggled in on its syllable. It's not closed. This O is what? The O is open. So here we have an open and we have a closed syllable. Because of the difference in between these two different kinds of syllables, the vowels will say totally different sounds. What do we remember about if a vowel is open? What sound does a vowel say when it's open? Do we remember? It says its long sound. This is the sound when the vowels say their name, their long sound. So when we see that a vowel or a syllable is open, we're going to read the vowel with its long sound. So we want to remember this super important vowel rule when we come to a word like this, where we divided it into syllables right after the first vowel. So in this case, what sound will this O make if it's open? What's its long sound? O, O. So let's try and read the word knowing that knowledge. Here we go. O, us. All together, focus. Focus. I need you to focus. We were able to read this word because we divided the word into syllables, saw that this vowel was open, and therefore read it with the long sound. This is a super important clue that we can use all the time to tell when a vowel is open, even in the middle of a word. Okay, Super Scholars, we are going to take this knowledge of open and closed syllables into decoding practice, but before we can do that and we get out our fluency page, I want us to stand up so we can do our this or that for reading. So my question for you is, where would you rather live? Would you rather live in a treehouse? If so, you're going to do 5 jumping jacks. Or would you rather live in an igloo? If so, you're going to do 5 squats. So take your pick of where you would rather live. I would rather live in a treehouse. I love tree houses. So I'm going to do 5 jumping jacks. Are we standing up? Are we ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is it. We are all done moving our bodies for now. So come on right back in your seat. And as you're settling down, I want you to get out your syllable fluency packet for today. It looks like this. Da-da-da. It has VCCV right on the top. It's kind of a oval rectangle thing, and it has a bunch of words on it. This is what we are going to use to practice our syllable decoding skills. Okay, do you have this out? Awesome. I want you to get out a pen or a highlighter, anything you can use to draw a straight line. Okay, up first at the top right here. Da-da-da. Where are we going to divide this word into syllables? between the two consonants, which are the two S's. So I want you to go ahead and draw a line right in between the two S's. And then, can you underline the vowels in both syllables? Underline the vowels to make sure we see where they are. Okay, we have a closed-in vowel. But what about the second syllable? What kind of vowel is this? It's open. Look, there's no door, so this vowel is going to sing its name. With that knowledge, let's read the word. Here we go. L-A-S-O. All together. Lasso. Lasso. Like what cowboys use, a lasso. We were able to decode this word because we divided it into syllables and looked specifically right at the vowels. Okay, last word we are going to decode is this word right here that starts with a C. Where are we going to divide this word into syllables? What do you see? It's going to be in between the two consonants, which are between M and B, right between M and B. So everyone's going to divide it right in between. And of course, can you underline the vowels? Underline the vowels in both syllables. Okay, look. Both of these vowels are closed in. So both of them will say their short sound. Let's read this word together. Here we go. At. All together. Combat. 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 Combat is a fight that goes on, and usually combat happens in a war. We were able to find that both of these syllables had closed-in vowels, and we were able to accurately decode the word. Okay, we had some awesome practice with closed-in vowels. Now I want us to go to the next page. Not the next page, a couple down. It has on the top VCV. So you're going to flip a few pages and find the page that has VCV on the top. Because this is the next set of words we are going to decode, and all of these words are going to have open syllables. And to know that, we have to divide the word correctly. Okay, Super Scholars, if you take a look at these words, none of these words have two consonants next to them. So what is our other clue that we just learned of how to divide a word into syllables? After the first what? After the first vowel, we can divide a word into syllables. So take this first word on top, for example. Can you divide the word after the first vowel? Let's see. So that's going to be right after the O. The O is the first vowel. And once we divided the word into syllables, what happened to the O? What kind of vowel is it? This O. The O is open because there's no other part holding it in within its syllable. So this vowel is open, and therefore we'll say it's long sound. Okay, let's look at the other vowel. It's a U. It's closed in. So we have all our knowledge. Let's read the word. Here we go. Us. Lotus. Lotus. A lotus, or a lot of people say lotus, is a kind of flower. Okay, let's look at another one. Right here, this next word with a T. Where are we going to divide the word into syllables? Where are we going to divide the word? After the first vowel. So let's go ahead and do that. Where would that be? bundled up. So we know this O is open. What sound will this O make? Oh, it's going to say its name. So let's read the word. Here we go. T-O-K-N. Token. Token. A token is something that people usually collect, or it could be the coins that you use at an amusement park. They can be called tokens. Okay, Super Scholars, awesome job decoding all these words by dividing them into syllables after the first vowel. So now, of course, you are going to do your super awesome syllable dividing on your own using our same packet. So you have 3 options today to show your knowledge of dividing syllables to decode. You are going to pick the star level that you are at to do your best work and really, really work towards mastery of this skill. So 1 star, you're going to practice dividing syllables. You're going to take a video of yourself correctly dividing words into syllables. So you're going to use your knowledge of dividing syllables either between 2 consonants or after the first vowel. Star number 2 is you're going to read 5 closed-in vowels. That was on the first page. 5 closed-in syllables and 5 open syllable words. So you would read 10 words in total, but 5 that are closed and 5 that are open. And then the 3 stars is you're going to read sentences. We didn't take a look at the sentences, but after each set of words, there's a set of sentences that either have closed or open syllables. So if you choose 3 stars, you're going to read 3 closed-in sentences and 3 open sentences. So you would read 3 sentences from each page of sentences that you see in your packet. So you have the option, Super Scholars, to work at the level that you choose to really test your brain and practice your application of breaking words into syllables. No matter which level you choose, you are all going to take a video of you reading the packet and explaining how you knew how to decode that word. I can't wait to see us using this new skill we have added to our Decoding Detective Toolbox. So let's all get to work.